going into what we were going to discuss, which is what happened to common sense in this country.
Hold on, Tammy comments. Have you ever heard of pepper balls?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Yeah, is that new app at Applebee's? Yeah, let's have half.
I thought it
half
was
pepper balls and half
pepper balls. Sounds like something you need antibiotics for. You know, it's like you got the pepper balls.
Okay.
Anyway, so what happened to common sense in this country? And in expounding on that topic, I was sitting the other day with my kids watching cartoons. Yes.
As a
parent, I have to sit there with the cartoons, and that's a side story.
Wait, you do that because you're a parent?
I love the fact that and I tried to introduce my kids to some of the classic cartoons like Tom and Jerry and that kind of thing.
You're just watching that Disney.
And my kids cannot wrap their heads around the idea that these cartoons existed pre them, and that I've seen these before, and I know what's going to happen, and they just can't understand that. But anyway,
guess what? The coyote never catches the roadrunner.
But so we all know that in contemporary society, cartoons are nothing but vehicles to sell children things. It used to be that we actually watched them for entertainment purposes, but now they're just cleverly disguised commercials.
Oh, they were always that. Well, for the last 20, 30 years.
When I was a kid, there was no Scooby-Doo merchandise.
Yeah, there was.
No.
The lunch pail.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Maybe the lunch pail. That was about it. There weren't Scooby-Doo action figures and the Scooby-Doo sleeping bags.
Actually, there were.
No, there were not.
Yeah, there were. But at that same time, though, Star Wars was killing it with the marketing. They didn't have a Star Wars cartoon, to be fair.
That's true.
But then you had G.I. Joe, you had Transformers, you had Voltron.
Yeah, don't even get me started on Voltron. I'm mad about that because Voltron murdered my favorite cartoon back in the day, which was Robotech.
Yeah, that was...
but anyway.
Can you imagine what would have happened if the Star Wars Christmas special was good?
Yeah.
You just pressing buttons at random.
No, I mean, that's about the only thing that...
I just feel like that totally killed the momentum of Star Wars for a while there.
Yeah, it kind of did.
If it was good...
Was that the one that they simulcast? Didn't they simulcast one where we played on AM radio and they played it on TV?
I'm sure they simulcast a lot of things, but Todd doesn't know anything about AM radio, so he also doesn't know what simulcast is. So anyway, going back to what I was discussing, you guys are the kings of tangents tonight. You know that, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Please, I'm having another flashback to...
So you're watching cartoons with your kids.
Whoa, hold on, I got an update.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Tammy wants to clarify about pepper balls.
Okay.
Says a guy at an Antifa protest kicked a gas canister back at police, and the police shot a pepper ball at him in the nuts.
So it really is pepper balls that needs. He needed antibiotics. I was right. He needed antibiotics.
Wow.
Okay.
That cop did that on purpose.
His poor wife.
Man. So.
Or maybe she's happy about it.
I'm watching his cartoon, and of course the obligatory commercials come on selling toys to kids.
Pepper balls?
And then no, not pepper balls. And so there's a commercial for these dolls. And of course the little girls are playing with the dolls and doing all that. And my daughter's sitting there going, "I want one of those, Daddy. I want one of those." And at the end of it is a litany of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Dolls do not stand on their own. What?
I expect my dolls to stand by themselves.
When I was a kid, we kind of just took that as a fact that went without saying, that the doll didn't stand by itself. The doll didn't do anything you saw on TV without your hand attached to it. It's not a living person. It doesn't sing. It doesn't dance. It doesn't dress itself. You have to do all this stuff. Why do we have to have a disclaimer now that says the doll can't stand by itself?
Yeah, anytime you see a car commercial now, it always has a scroll on the bottom saying, professional driver, close course. Do not attempt.
See, here's the thing about this. I'm almost 100%. You got to know that anytime they've added one of these disclaimers, it's because somebody came up behind them before and sued.
Yeah.
So who was the person that sued over the fact that they took the doll out of let me get the doll out of the package, put it out there. Oh, it doesn't dance.
I'm sure that was the case, but I think that they probably just sued so many times that they just disclaim everything right out the gate. Like before they even release the package for the toy, they've got disclaimers that they've written for it.
Oh, wait, was that
We have a caller on the line.
We have a caller on the line. Hi, caller. How are you tonight?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Pretty good, thanks. Wait, who's this caller? That
You know
laugh
who
told
it
me.
is,
Yes, I
son.
know who it is now. How are you doing?
I don't know who this is.
These guys
Not too bad.
these guys want to know where the music is. I want to know where the music is.
What, now, see, I'm watching you guys live, and I'm not sure how long the delay is.
Probably
About 10
You were just
seconds.
talking about
10,
the
12
doll.
seconds. Yeah.
Okay. You were just talking about the doll, so hopefully you're still on that.
Yes,
Not
yes. No,
too out of the
since
mix.
since I know who this is, I was asking you where the music is because you were going to send us some music.
Oh. Yes, my apologies.
I told
Life got in the way, and I ended up doing some travel, so
Oh.
humblest apologies on that.
All right.
But it will be coming your way.
fantastic. All right, we're looking forward to that. Okay. So, about the doll
Who's this guy?
Come
Come on, give us a
He's
name.
an old friend of the
Yeah,
show.
you gotta say a name.
We'll call him
And
Dr. X.
we'll call him Fred.
let's call him Tom.
Tom?
Jesus.
Okay.
Let's call him Tom.
Tom. All right.
That laugh, though. That's hella
No,
nefarious, man.
Well, Tom,
Now,
it's good to talk
me
to
and
you.
Joe go back. Me and Joe go back a ways. It's first off, it's good to see you guys on the air again. This is awesome. I'm loving this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Been this is the first time I've been on live, but I've watched everything. That's been up on
I'm
the
sorry.
web, on the YouTube page. So
If you watched everything, I'm sorry.
no, you guys give me.
Yeah,
some
you'll
money
never
now.
get those hours back.
Yeah, those are some images burned into your retinas you'll never erase.
We're just getting back in the groove. Don't watch the shows before this one.
Nah. I'm loving it. It's all good. It's
We're
all
barely getting the phones
good.
to work.
The thing about the no, I was wondering if it would pick up. I'm like, wow, what if this is like pre-taped or I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
Totes live.
But no, the thing with the say it again.
Live,
He was-
live, live.
That delay is killing
Oh,
us.
okay. This is live.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. No, the thing with the doll really got me because, especially when you talk about, the doll will not stand on its own.
Right.
I mean, when I was a kid, we just kind of knew that we had to use our imagination. Okay, perfect example. It's a true story.
Okay.
I'm a kid. I'm watching TV, and there's a commercial. I'm watching cartoons. A commercial comes on. It's like some fire truck, some action fire truck. I was like, man, that looks awesome. I want that. So I walk in the room. My dad's, he's sitting at his desk. He's working. I said, Daddy. He said, yeah. Can I have a fire truck?
Daddy.
He's like, and he looks, and he stops what he's doing. He looks at me and goes, hold on a second. He gets up, walks over to his closet, pulls out a shoebox, grabs a magic marker, and drew like wheels and the whole thing on the side of the shoebox.
Okay.
Draws like a little window with a little guy in it, and hands it to me. He's like, here, go have fun. And I remember thinking, my dad is a genius. This fool just made a fire truck. I played with that box for like a week. And I
Wow.
thought it was incredible.
I'm doing that. I'm taking that.
I think it's, back then it's like, I just needed a basic mock-up. My imagination could take it from there. I'm not sure that we're at that point anymore with our kids.
No, we're most definitely not. I've noticed that just about every toy that either of my children picks up needs about a half dozen batteries in order to function.
Yeah, and some of them need Wi-Fi connections.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yeah, what would your son say if you did that to him? If you drew on a box
Yeah.
and said, play with this, son.
I'm not even sure I could repeat it on the air. My son would look at me and go, what am I supposed to do with this, Dad?
He's like, I'm about to shove this where the sun don't shine, Dad. Now give me $50 so I can go buy a toy. Sorry, I got pizza in my throat.
Todd's choking himself up.
Sorry, I'm trying to extend my life.
But yeah, that's a reference to the top of the show. I don't know if you caught that, but apparently adding fats increases your lifespan.
No, I saw that, which is, you're right.
No, it's totally
That's
true.
amazing.
Hey, I'm
That's
going
like
with that.
genetic.
Don't burst my bubble. I'm going with that. You know how hard it is to try and sell my wife on the idea that I can have all the French fries I want? I needed this, Tom. I needed it.
But you know what? I think it's genetics. Like, okay, what's that what's that documentary that came out some time ago? Super Size Me.
Yeah,
They're talking,
yeah.
I mean, the whole documentary is talking about fast food is terrible to kill you. And then in the middle of the documentary, they interview some guy. The guy's like super tall, thin as a rail, and the guy's eating like 10,000 Big Macs. He's fine. He's walking around. He's doing his thing. It's like, I think some people are just acclimated to it. I mean, there's some guys I grew up with or guys that I traveled with, and they ate the same things I did. They gained tons of weight. I didn't, Okay, great. Is this stuff bad for you? Yeah. But I think some people are just kind of genetically predisposed to where their body's a bit more forgiving of all the sludge and the crap they throw into it.
Yeah,
I wish I was
but when
so
you
lucky.
say it
Well,
like that.
I've been fairly lucky.
I just
You
realized
poured
something.
sludge down your gullet.
Totally off the subject here, but you guys don't realize what a momentous occasion this is that we're talking to Tom this late in the evening. Because Tom is usually turned into a pumpkin several hours ago by now.
I stayed up just for
Did,
us.
did his
There's-
phone tell you that?
No,
There's
no.
a reason I'm actually up. Today is my birthday.
Happy
Tom,
birthday.
I'm actually staying up late. I'm trying to thank you. I'm
Wait.
trying to savor the moment right down to the last second.
We're gonna sing him happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
Isn't
Is
to
that a copyright
you.
violation?
Yeah, we don't want to get sued.
Birthday to Tom.
Yeah, we're going to get blocked on YouTube. Sorry, you just
I
got
think-
flagged by Sony Records.
I think
Probably.
the happy birthday song
Be great.
actually did get put back into
Isn't that public domain?
Public domain.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't for the longest time,
You
but
might
I
be right. I think
believe
we
it's
covered
good
that.
now.
Huh. Well, yeah, you know what?
That was the lamest happy
birthday,
birthday.
happy birthday. So let's finish the song.
Happy
Happy
birthday
Rumor that
to
Michael Jackson
you.
owned the right.
Get out of here, really? I heard it was two ladies. that
Yeah,
owned
that's what
it.
I think. I remember too. There was like some women that owned it.
Yeah. I don't know. Michael Jackson owned everything
No.
else.
Yeah, Tammy confirms it. She
Yeah,
says
no kidding.
you can. They lost their court battle, and it's public domain.
Excellent. That's good to know. So, Tom, let me ask
From the
you
top.
this question.
Happy-
Which would you? Oh, wow, Todd really wants to sing "Happy Birthday." Well, what do you think is more important? To be educated, to have book smarts, or to have common sense, what we used to call street smarts?
Some people still do.
What the cool kids would call street smarts.
I think it's a combination of the two. Okay, I
Good answer.
probably shouldn't disclose, so I won't. But I work for one of the biggest tech companies in the world.
The X Corporation.
And yes, and when you start a job with this company, you end up going to like an orientation day. You have to fly to their headquarters in Northern California. So I fly to their headquarters, and they hire maybe I think once a week or once every other week they have like an orientation day, and that's when all the new people come in. So I'm in this room this particular day. There's like 80 or 90 guys in there, and I'm talking to each of them. And because everyone's new, everyone's excited to be
That's
part of the company.
racist.
It's like, what do you do?
Why do they all
the
gotta
guy
be
next to me is
guys?
like, well, I'm a rocket scientist. The guy on the other side is like, oh, I'm a genius. I mean, these guys have PhDs in mechanical engineering, chemical engineering,
Brag much?
electronic engineering, software, the whole thing. And I'm like, holy mackerel. So I couldn't disclose my skill set because the division that I was in was a startup, so we weren't even supposed to talk to other employees.
They didn't want
what we're
everybody else to
doing.
know how
But
stupid
later
you were.
that day, I met my yeah, exactly.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Later that day, I meet my boss for the first time, and I'm telling him about this experience where I go through orientation, and I'm like, man, I feel like an idiot because all these guys are geniuses. And without even smiling or cracking a joke, he says, no. He says, that's the unique thing about this company. If we hire only people that are brainiacs, our products will fail. We have to hire people from all walks of life because you get a very different perspective when you hire people from everywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the most amazing thing, and I found that to be very true about this company and their products.
That's
Is
why
that,
we keep Joe around.
It's
So, So-
it makes sense.
true story. Right after he
Somebody-
left that meeting, he walked out, and there was a guy sitting at a desk just picking his nose, and that was the stupid guy that they hired just to keep things balanced in there.
Level it out.
They put him right opposite the guy who was the rocket scientist.
Yeah, you could have at least waved to me.
I'm going to try
the
and
nose
forget
figure had
you
the red
said that.
stapler.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's.
You guys didn't see Office Space.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
yeah.
we did. We
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Hey, wait.
put
Hey,
strychnine
Todd,
in the
Todd, can you
guacamole.
grab that red stapler up there? I still
You
have.
really have the red
I still
stapler.
have the red stapler.
And it's a swing line, right?
Yeah. Here's the red
that's
stapler.
right.
Yep. And Tom knows what this is about. Tom was there when I got this red
moved my
stapler.
desk. I used to be by the window, but now they moved my desk. I can't look out the window. I used to see the squirrels in the.
I like the people to cake ratio is. That was my favorite part, was the people to cake ratio. Oh,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. See, that's one of those movies that I kind of want to recommend to people, but then I think back on it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if everybody should be watching this movie. It gets a little dicey. You got to be careful what crowd you point that at. You can't be like at your bar mitzvah, like, oh yeah, you got to see Office Space. I don't know if a little.
Oh yeah.
I feel like at this point, it's kind of become a classic.
Yeah, but still.
That a lot of people, you should see.
all right.
Because I used to feel that way about Pulp Fiction, but you don't recommend everybody go see that either.
Focus, guys, focus. We were talking about common sense.
And common sense says don't tell your kid to go watch Pulp Fiction.
That's true. That's true. But
Yeah.
is it, Tom? Do you think that common sense is on the decline in this country?
You have seen The President, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And unfortunately, I think, and this is real weird, talk about a walking dichotomy. I love technology, but I think technology is going to lead to our decline. Okay, perfect example. Joe, I've known you from some time.
Yeah.
I don't know your phone number because it's auto dial.
Yeah.
It's your name. It's Joe. I type it in, it appears. I used to know people's numbers. There
Yeah.
are things I used to know that now I've kind of have been farmed out by these devices. Well, what happens if one day I drop this thing and it smashes and and I can't retrieve? Okay, yes, I can retrieve it. All my information's in the cloud, but you know what I'm going. It's like there used
It's
to
your
be
second
little things
brain.
that I would know.
It's like saying that people
it's
used to
like
know how to
idiocracy
drive.
all over again.
People
Oh, wow.
used to know how to drive,
Oh,
but
yeah.
now they don't. Now they've got the car telling them, oh, hey, there's a car next to you in the lane over,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they'll stop for you because you're not looking for the pedestrian that's walking across the
Yeah,
street.
cars
and they
will
can
brake for you.
Yeah, they can back up and park the car for you because you couldn't pass that part of the
I
driver's
don't like
test.
that. I don't like that because of Minority Report. I don't want my car to be able to be stopped.
You are experiencing an accident. Oh, no, wait, well, that was from iRobot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
too. They did they do that in my? It was in both of them, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That's
nah,
why
man.
Will Smith drove the classic car.
Yeah.
And he wore the Chucks.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Wow. So I'm not the only one who believes that their IQs are falling out there.
I don't know that IQs are falling. I think that people are just they're not exercising their brains anymore. People know more stuff, but they don't know more stuff.
Yeah, does not worrying about mundane things like memorizing people's phone number, does that in theory leave space in your brain for other things?
You know what? I don't know if this is going to make sense to anybody, but it's like people don't know the data anymore. They know the metadata. So they know the information about the information you want, just like they know your
I know how to
name
get the
for the phone
information.
number, but they don't
I
know
don't.
your phone
Yeah,
number.
it's like I know the Wikipedia address. I don't know everything that's on the address, but I can get there.
Yeah.
There was a famous comedian that used to do a bit about how he bought a stereo, and inside there was the packet of silica gel, the drying agent to keep everything from getting shorted out. And on that package it says, "Do not eat this."
Yeah.
And he's like, how many people open up the box and think, ooh, I got a stereo and some gum? I mean, seriously, why do we have to tell people not to eat that thing in the box?
Somebody sued.
Yeah, you have to think, well, something like that. Yeah, people don't buy a stereo every day. Sometimes you get this thing. You literally don't know what it is.
Did we lose our caller, by the way? Tom, are you still there?
Nope.
I think we
sorry
lost
guys.
Tom.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
got a
Tom.
birthday to celebrate.
Sorry, guys. You guys talking
Oh, yeah.
about some boring
No.
crap.
Tom's eyes are glazing over. No, you know what? Like I said, it's pretty rare for Tom to be up this late, and I think he's falling asleep on the phone. So, Tom, what'd you do for your birthday tonight before we let you go?
You know what's funny?
Uh-huh.
My
Besides
birthday
us?
was awesome because I did very little. I
Oh, those
took
are
a
the
nap
best.
during the day.
Just don't bother
yeah,
me.
I mean it was awesome. Yeah. I mean, because that's the things you don't get to do that much, especially if you're kids. So I took a nap during the day, just kind of hung out, moved slow, was completely. I mean, nothing really got done. I was completely inefficient. It was awesome. Loved it. Loved it.
Fantastic.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, by the way,
I like
for
it.
all of you out there that want a tip for the most fantastic Father's Day ever, that would be it right there. We want to be completely inefficient on Father's Day.
Just leave me alone.
Exactly.
Leave me alone. Father's Day is Father's Day off.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. I mean, we live our lives now like it's a to-do list. Sometimes it's cool just to kind of flounder around and do nothing for hours.
I want my
I mean,
to-don't
it's in the
list.
moment. It's awesome.
Don't list. I like that.
It's good stuff. Oh. Hashtag to don't list.
Exactly.
All right.
I don't want to hijack you guys' show forever. Okay, I do, but, you know, it might not be as riveting.
Well, Tom, it is actually awesome that you called us tonight. We really appreciate it. It's been great talking to you. I hope you're going to be a regular on the show. Don't forget to like us and tell all your friends, you know, forward the information. Get everybody watching.
Click on all our metadatas.
That's it.
Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
Metadata.
That's meta.
Yeah. Metadata on the internet.
Yeah. See, there's somebody else on the internet. I was always getting razzed by the guys for saying that, but I said it on purpose. I like sounding like I'm technologically unsavvy. I enjoy that. It harkens back to a simpler time.